Hi, welcome to this Enea Nanocast. This is the second part of our discussion and update on the real state of 5G deployments. We surveyed the operator telecom service provider community earlier this year, and in our first Nanocast, we discussed their overall strategy and attitude to 5G standalone architecture. In this part of the Nanocast, the completion of this set, we'll be looking at their attitudes and what's important in terms of how they improve in deploying 5G architecture, and more importantly, also their attitude to both the cloud and the edge. So the third question then, naturally, is if you are going to diversify, what are the top three issues? What's important to you from moving to a multi-vendor solution? We know there are multiple vendors in the operator, but again, this is diversifying into a more heterogeneous environment where you're getting your components from many more vendors rather than the top 3 or 4 giant suppliers or system integrators. Interestingly, the issue here is for everyone, it's about a potential lack of interoperable, skill set, support, tool sets, the practical needs of operating a network. So the insight here, actually, the additional questions that we asked from an interoperability perspective, tough word to say and hard to do. At a practical level, 40% wanted, of course, components to work together to interop, but only 17% wanted full 3GPP compatibility. Of course, that lends itself to pointing out that it's about practical interop. It's not about just conformance to a spec on a page, which our community of telecom service providers want. The second insight is that both those who stay with their existing vendor and those who want to actually branch out, both are concerned about their tool set and support. So those who go multi-vendor, it's about 36% want to improve their own internal skill set, want to effectively insource, and 15% want additional tools to help them operate the network. It's a question that's been going around in the telecom community for a long time. What's the attitude for going to the cloud? We know there's a lot of maturity happening, services becoming cloud native. The answer here is an overwhelming 72% want to go to the cloud. They're either trying it right now in production or piloting new use cases. Only 28% are not really thinking about it, but they're the outlier here. Most everybody's looking at either private, public cloud scenarios, hybrid cloud scenarios, and moving that way, either in specific cases as they up and increase their skill set, or moving into production. The final question that we asked in this case was, are you also thinking about the edge? And again, it was the overwhelming answer that 90%, 90, are thinking about the edge. Only 10% hadn't given it any thought. Again, this points to a more diverse, more distributed architecture. So these are the insights from the Enea survey about the real state of 5G architectures and deployments. Our survey results are online and available at www.enea.com. And thanks again for your time today.